Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, Secretary. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good. Thank you.
I want to first hit on the license plate stickers. Obviously, part of Act 89 got rid of it. Cost savings about $3.1 million. Built in with Act 89, if my memory serves me, was it roughly about $1 billion cost reduction overall within PennDot for cost reductions, different kinds of efficiencies built in with the system. You're now looking at taking that $3.1 million and doing a program with it. Can you kind of go over what program you're looking at and
Sure.
how that's going to get funded?
Sure. So you are correct. Act 89 eliminated the registration stickers, and that will save us $3.1 million. It's $1.1 million in production and what it costs for inventory of the stickers, and it's $2 million just in mailing costs alone. So it's a good savings, and that's per year. Our neighboring, and I asked our staff to look at other states nearby that have also eliminated the registration sticker, and Connecticut and New Jersey have also done that as well. I challenged our staff in hearing many concerns as far as how this would impact law enforcement. Just like with the state police issue, we are very favorable with law enforcement, want to help them in any way that we can. And so I challenged our staff, and all of our senior staff got together, and I thought, how can we help? With this law enforcement issue. And we came up with this grant program. It has never been done in any other state. It is an initial and an innovative idea from PennDot. And what we came together was, if we are going to save $3.1 million a year, we felt comfortable using a portion of that, and we were deciding on $2 or $2.5 million for several years moving forward. And we would help buy automated license plate readers and distribute them to law enforcement. We understand that budgets are very tight with law enforcement, and so we wanted to be as helpful as possible. This will be a grant program. They do not have to pay us back. Each license plate reader costs $18,000. It allows, in one single shift, the reading of 3,100 license plates, which is much higher volume than can be done by eyesight. It also gives a direct connection to the JNet database, something they already have now, but would take several steps. They see the license plate, they got to record it down, they got to call the JNet. This would give it to them immediately. It gives them information such as criminal history, uninsured issues. It also tells them whether they're registered or not. It also holds PFA, protection from abuse issues, if there's criminal activity. And so it's very helpful. And those law enforcement agencies who are using it have told us how helpful it is for them to have this technology. So again, in line of what PennDot does, we want to give the best technology, and we want to make it useful and get it out there as much as we can. And we thought this really could be helpful. So, and we're open to conversation to make it a benefit to everybody.
I will say a lot of my constituents do support with that elimination, getting the little sticker in the mail. It gets lost a lot of times. I usually have the husband come in and say my wife lost it. We all know he really lost it. It happened to me numerous times as well. So it is a huge advantage not to have that little sticker. And obviously, you can now get your registration online instead of having to worry about.
Yes, yeah. They still have to get their cars registered. There has been some miscommunication out there. I personally have had my registration sticker peeled off and stolen several times, and so that will not be a problem. And also, this would also help, since you can steal them and you can counterfeit them, that would solve this problem as well, because the license plate reader, would not obviously register anything that had been counterfeited.
Obviously, with cost savings, the administration in general across many departments, and the chairman has asked for the Go Time initiatives. The savings associated with that, what are those savings going to moving forward? Is that going to be annualized in your budget every year? Are you going to shift, kind of like the sticker? Obviously, you're trying to work with the FOP to try to mediate issues they have moving forward, but you're still going to have some savings associated with that. What are the savings with these Go Time initiatives? What are they going to go towards?
They're going to go toward construction projects. I mean, that's where our biggest need is. We really need to do much, much more on our roadways and our bridges, as well as the multimodal issues that we've talked about. So every dollar that's spent, again, will help us with that $6 billion backlog, as well as new initiatives that are moving forward.
Okay. You applied for some Act 146 waivers, municipal traffic signals, highway safety improvements, highway maintenance, GGO, driver and vehicle services, reinvestment facilities, aviation operations, a couple other things. Obviously, highway maintenance, highway safety improvements, any excess dollars that were moved forward, I assume they were project-oriented, so if the dollars weren't expended in 2014, they're carried over for those specific projects in 2015. Would that be accurate?
If the projects were not completed, they would stick with the project. If the project had been completed in a different way, it would move to another project.
Okay. Any of those dollars that weren't project-specific, what would they be used for instance, highway maintenance?
Maintenance is a huge problem. In fact, we're working on a big county incentive now. For the first time ever, we're working individually with each county. We're giving them the support, the training they need, not only to develop best management practices, but to share those best management practices, and there's incentive to use other good ideas that are developed throughout the Commonwealth. In fact, I have a special assistant who is dedicated to just working on that every single day when he comes in, someone with 30 years history in maintenance. And so far, it got kicked off. We are rewriting our manual on maintenance at the same time. That hasn't been done in many, many years. There'll be a checklist that they can compare themselves and become more efficient faster. And we're very excited about that. And it will also give each county more of an input and more of a voice in how they spend their own maintenance money. Again, this is the first time that's ever been done, and it's been approached this way. It's called our County Transformation and Excellence in Maintenance Program. And we have a lot of people on board. A lot of good things have been talked about in past administrations, but as a planner, I made sure that all of the past plans that have been done have been dusted off. We've taken all of the good things, and we figured out a way to follow through on them for the first time. And there will be a completion date, but what's most important is there's a succession plan so that it will continue for years to come and won't stop, as our 4-year cycles stop and as the elected official terms stop.
Yeah. The GGO, driver and vehicle services, and welcome centers obviously probably went towards maintaining your operation during the impasse because those lines weren't funded through not having a budget. Have they been reconciled to date as the budget has been passed for this fiscal year?
Yes, our welcome centers continue to operate like they should, and those line items are moving forward.
Well, the Act 146 waivers were the lapse funding from 14-15 reconciled with the 15-16
Yeah,
budget.
we are fully, yes.
Reconciled.
We are fully reconciled.
Wonderful. Can you give us a status update to the committee on those Act 146 waivers as you have reconciled them?
Sure, I'll have our finance team put those details together for you.
In the first department to do that, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.